What is going on, my Houston family? Before I talk about this disappointing team, let me give a shout out to the Nuff Said Tailgaters. It was an absolute vibe out there. The food was fantastic. The dessert table was scrumptious. The alcohol was flowing. They have like a ski where you put 4 shots on it and 4 people at once. You all have to take it together. It was an absolute vibe out there. Once again, if you're going to a Houston Texans tailgate and looking for a great time with great people, you shout out the Nuff Said Tailgaters. Go check them out. Had an absolute blast. I didn't have a blast watching the game because I just so happened to also attend it. And for every single Houston Texans fan, you saw 2 empty seats right next to him. There was nobody at the game today except Washington Commander fans. They took over today. They were putting on for their team. Like I said, the Commanders were coming in for a playoff push after defeating the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles. And I had said that this is the least talented team the Houston Texans have played in a while. So there should be no reason why this game isn't competitive. There should be no reason why the Houston Texans maybe don't even steal this game away from the Commanders. But when the game started, my hopes were quickly put to rest because you could just tell the Houston Texans were not ready for a physical battle on both fronts. The offensive line was just absolutely abused. They let up 5 sacks. 2 of those came from rookie left guard Kenyon Green, who had an absolute very tough day. His worst game as a rookie. Multiple penalties called against him. 2 sacks allowed. And it looks like, recently, the past couple weeks, he is getting worse and worse at pass protections. Last week, it was the big penalty in that Brandon Cooks touchdown that got called back. Today, it was multiple first downs in the first half where Nico Collins had, but were called back from Kenyon Green's holdings. That is something that needs to be fixed because we do know that coming out of A&M, that run blocking was his specialty, but pass protection just needs to get better from Kenyon Green. The offensive line as a whole was just not there today. They couldn't get it going for Dameon Pierce. 10 rushes, 8 yards, 0.8 carries on the day. Another worst game of the season for leading offensive rookie of the year, Dameon Pierce. They knew the Houston Texans were going to run the ball. They had no type of fear from Davis Mills. 19 of 33, 169 yards, 2 interceptions, one of them taken back for a pick 6. I put out a tweet and I said Davis Mills might be the worst Houston Texans starter as of late. Some were even saying, hey, it might have been Brock Osweiler, but I don't think so. Davis Mills had -1 yards at the half. Last week, I think it was -17 or -8. I don't know how many times you can have that and not be, questioned, not be put on, not be questioned by the head coach. What I'm trying to say is there is no accountability from Lovie Smith and this coaching staff. I haven't seen him once get mad at Davis Mills. I haven't seen him once hold him accountable for not being able to move this offense, not being able to score in key situations. There is nothing coming from this coaching staff, and I think that's what frustrates me even more because we thought the person that we weren't going to have to worry about was Lovie Smith. And I said it last week, this guy is a loser. They were booed immediately after the first offensive drive. At one point, there is even a Kyle Allen chant. It has been that bad on the offense for the Houston Texans. And I haven't even got started talking about the defense. But Pep Hamilton should also be fired up, by the performance today. You have not yet played a full quarters of football at all. This offense has gotten worse. These second-year players have gotten worse. A very horrible performance from this offense today, and they know it as well. I really don't think linemen, these players, are going to bat for Davis Mills that much longer. Switching to the defensive side of the ball, we knew what the game plan was against the Houston Texans, and that was we are going to rush the ball, put Tyler Heinicke in short yardage situations, and that's how we're going to win the game. They ran it 40 times, 130 plus yards on the ground. Tyler Heinicke didn't really have a good day. 191 yards, Logan Thomas, 65 yards. Terry McLaurin, 55 yards. Like I said, these guys were put in short yardage situations, and these corners weren't just enough today. This whole defense wasn't enough today. And the Houston Texans one time had opportunities to stop them, and once again, the Achilles heel of not being able to stop the run just came back and bit them. This whole team is just a disappointment right now. You're a 1-8-1 football team. You have it pretty much secured, of that being the number 1 overall pick. You guys let me know how you feel about this disappointing loss. As always, go Texans. You guys have a very blessed day.